Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host, LFG. Bitcoin price retargets 29K after Mt. Gox panic liquidates $320 million. Supposedly, this is why the market was crazy yesterday. We're going to go over it. Kraken asked San Francisco court to intervene against IRS demands. Binance CEO denies $28 billion in wealth. I don't have anywhere near as much. And last but not least, the winner, the people's choice, her. Elizabeth Warren wants the police at your door in 2024. To the market. Market's sitting at $1.194 trillion. Bitcoin dominates 46.9%. ETH dominates at 19%. And a whopping 35 Gwei will get you each transaction. Guys, the market is trying to figure out what the crap happened yesterday, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over coins. Everything is kind of small red right now, maybe some greens here and there, especially after the madness that went down yesterday. We're going to cover that. So let's just go ahead and jump straight to Bitcoin. This is the 4-hour chart. Don't mind any of this normal behavior. This is what happened in the last 2 days. What in the shit? So everything was good. We hit 30K and everything got bad. We hit back down to the 27.3-ish and went, oh, okay, we're going to kind of figure this out again. So let me look at this on 1 hour too. I want to see if there's actually any kind of story going on. Anything to see. See, this is looking really healthy, and then this candle from nowhere. But then we started recovering, and the positive that I see right here, besides potential pennant forming right here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. We'll just go ahead and do one of these. A lot of these have been forming lately. Something like that. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. Okay. The positive I'm seeing though is that it's looking like this old heavy resistant is now potentially, let me stretch this out as you can see the candles, is potentially becoming our support. Higher highs, higher lows on the 1 hour. If this is the case, I'm super bullish on this. I would be watching this level to see if it holds. If it breaks, we're probably gonna go back down to, the same levels that we've been looking at for the last few weeks. Nothing's changing. If it breaks, let's look for a run back up to 30K eventually. Just keep your eyes on it. That's it, guys. So supposedly there was a Mt. Gox scare, and there is an article I'm going to read. This is what caused this huge sell-off. I'm assuming, because I haven't even read the article yet, I'm assuming the scare was because that supposedly some account with a bunch of Mt. Gox Bitcoin was getting ready to dump on the market. So people were trying to get out of their positions. So let's see what happens, or what this article says. Moving on. Bitcoin price retargets 29K after Mt. Gox panic liquidates $320 million. All right, carnage thanks to a disapproved scare over Mt. Gox Bitcoins destroys a large amount of BTC open interest and trading positions in hours. Bitcoin returned to a familiar range on April 27th as panic over alleged Mt. Gox and United States government transactions faded. Rough price action keeps Bitcoin traders cautious. Data from Cointelegraph, Market Pro, and TradingView showed Bitcoin to USD traded near $29,000 a Bitstamp, up nearly $2,000 from the prior day's low. Snap volatility had kicked in following the Wall Street open as bulls trip to $30,000 was rudely interrupted by fears that Bitcoin from wallets controlled by the US government and entities related to defunct exchange Mt. Gox were on the move. As Cointelegraph reported, the claims turned out to be false. but not before wiping a large slice of open interest from derivative markets and sending Bitcoin to USD down 7%. A subsequent recovery returned the pair to 29.5 before consolidation kicked in. Reacting, popular trader Gel, or is that Jelly, called on Twitter followers to filter out short-term time frame curveballs. Bitcoin higher time frame direction is clear. Everything else in the meantime is noise, he wrote on the day. Trading volatility is fine, but stay focused on the bigger picture. Above $30,000 to target increase quickly. Jelly added that he was not sure on short-term price trajectory, but that the destruction of leveraged positions was usually a good sign for market strength. Fellow trader Crypto Tony was more cautious, choosing to wait for further cues before entering the market. 27.7 is the level I'm watching close today for a short position. I need to see weakness first to get into this, but even a long here for me looks risky, he stated. More traders talking about stuff. On April 26th, both shorts and longs suffered as liquidations on Bitcoin passed 150 million. Cross crypto liquidations totaled over 320 million. Observers noted the intense reaction to the news event on lower time frames, in particular among them contributors to non-chain analytics platform CryptoQuant. Yeah, so I guess it was a rumored scare that U.S. accounts holding tons of Bitcoin and Mt. Gox accounts were potentially getting ready to dump. People freaked out. People sold. And I guess that's why we had this quick recovery. Now, unfortunately, we didn't recover back all the way up to 30K, but I mean, that's a substantial recovery from a red candle from hell. Looking back at Bitcoin, keep your eye on the top of that triangle, guys. Okay. Moving on. Kraken asked San Francisco court to intervene against IRS demands. Interesting. Kraken has joined Coinbase, get 'em, in an effort to push back against the growing regulatory scrutiny by the U.S. regulators. Crypto exchange Kraken is taking the fight against the United States Internal Revenue Service, and it demands to present critical exchange user information to the court. The exchange deemed IRS demand for customer information as an unjustified treasure hunt. They just want money, y'all. The crypto exchange has requested a federal court in San Francisco to intervene in the issue and ask IRS to back off, reported Bloomberg. Kraken's pushback against IRS comes in reaction to the agency's February summons demanding additional user information to identify Kraken accounts that did at least 20,000 of cryptocurrency trading in any single year between 2016 and 2020. Dude, they are just trying to come after people. Oh, excuse me. The exchange in its request cited Coinbase's case from 2017 and said that the tax agency had gone far beyond the rules set by the U.S. District Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley. In the Coinbase case, the agency scaled back its initial demand after Coinbase's continuous refusal. However, Judge Corley decided that the summons sent to more than 14,000 customers of the exchange wasn't too intrusive because the IRS had a valid reason to look into taxpayers who might not be disclosing their Bitcoin gains. The Kraken lawyers claim that the IRS has gone far beyond its intrusive summons and its demands for customers' information are not justified. Kraken joined Coinbase in the efforts to push back against growing regulatory scrutiny by American regulators. Coinbase is currently fighting its own battle against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission over offering crypto staking services. The SEC alleged that staking... Oh, we know that. Blah, blah, blah. This is nothing to do with the article. The growing regulatory scrutiny has become a growing concern for crypto companies in the U.S. Like the Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong and USD Coin Issuer Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire have warned that the growing pushback from regulatory bodies will force budding crypto companies to move outside of the U.S. We know this. Yeah, man. Look, this is again the overreach of government trying to. They're over $20,000. That's dog shit. Like they're not trying to come after fucking any big whales or anything like that. They're trying to come after retail investors to get their money, to scare retail investors. That's how I feel. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. Oh, CZ back in the news. Binance CEO denies $28 billion wealth. I don't have anywhere near as much. According to Bloomberg's rich list, Binance CEO CZ is supposed to be ranked in the top 3 finance billionaires worldwide. CZ, CEO of major cryptocurrency exchange Binance, claims to hold a way less net worth than reported by some mainstream media. Binance CEO took to Twitter on April 27th to tell its followers that Bloomberg's latest finance rich list has some inaccurate information regarding his wealth. According to Bloomberg's rich list, CZ ranks among the top 3 finance billionaires, holding a net worth estimated of $28.2 billion. Numbers are all wrong. I don't have anywhere near as much. Don't know why they do this, CZ wrote. He also stated his tweet with 4, apparently implying that his wealth should be somewhere between Dan Gilbert's $19.4 billion and Uday Kotak's $13 billion. So let's say 15. Binance CEO also mentioned that he has never viewed the collapsed FTX cryptocurrency exchange as a rival. We welcome more well-run exchanges in space. What does that have to do with this article? Sometimes they do stuff like this. I don't get it. CZ's latest move to highlight reporting inaccuracies come in line with the CEO's critical stance on the way how the industry is represented in articles by mainstream media. The executive has reportedly denied information from major mainstream sources like Bloomberg and Forbes, often characterizing their reports as FUD or fear, uncertainty, and doubt. In late February, Binance CEO responded to an article by Forbes alleging that Binance proceeded with a backroom maneuver involving a $1.8 billion transaction in 2022. CZ argued that Forbes don't know how an exchange works. Previously, the CEO denied a Bloomberg report alleging that Binance was considering cutting ties with the United States business partners. So they were off about $12 billion potentially. And last but not least, an opinion piece. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Elizabeth Warren, this person who swears she's for the people, the people's choice, the people's champion, Elizabeth Warren, she's here for you, creating her anti-crypto army to attack those nasty, nasty crypto people. All bullshit, y'all. All bullshit. This chick is evil and she wants your money. Elizabeth Warren wants the police at your door in 2024. Big government coming here to save you by sending police to your door. Weird. Senator Elizabeth Warren and Roger Marshall want to make your crypto wallet illegal, and their plan runs contrary to the principles they campaigned on. Surprised? I'm not. In 2022, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren authored a bill that would require cryptocurrency wallet providers to comply with bank anti-money laundering rules. Not crypto exchanges, mind you, but the wallets themselves. What? Kansas Senator Roger Marshall joined her on the proposal as a co-sponsor. Sadly, Marshall betrayed the populist principles he ran on as a candidate. The bill also betrayed the civil liberties and principal tenets of progressivism that Warren espouses. Big words, y'all. Warren and Marshall are planning to reignite that debate on Capitol Hill this summer and have enlisted law enforcement advocates to their cause. Prosecutors and federal agents doubtless support the bill, as they have every other bill that turns the one-way ratchet of financial surveillance. If they had their way, our personal bank account and credit card logins would rest on a central repository for the Department of Justice to access at will and without warrant. That's exactly how I feel. I know it seems really far-fetched and kind of over-exaggerated, but it's really how it feels. The Warren bill would require that anyone who designs a crypto wallet, a computer program designed to store the encryption code that helps to keep your crypto token secure, register as a money services business, and essentially be regulated like a financial institution. This is absolutely insane. This means that any computer programmer or entrepreneur who writes a code to help customers control crypto investments from their phone and to help keep their crypto secure from hackers would need to register with the Treasury Department as if they were Western Union. Good luck with that, crypto startups. Jake Travinsky, I guess, is talking about that. If you want to go follow him or read this, go for it. Warren instigated the bill. The quiet part she is not saying out loud, and that Marshall doesn't seem to understand, is that this blunt application of rules for Western Union when applied to entrepreneur computer coders doesn't work. They can't comply, and she knows it. The bill is a Trojan horse designed to destroy the crypto markets under the false guise of a pro-national securities bill. It's a smart strategy. Convince national security conservatives that this is an answer to a perceived problem, particularly members with little background knowledge of how crypto works, and then let the crypto development die off. This legislation also seeks to outright ban crypto privacy tools. If the vision of Bitcoin as a means of payment will ever be realized, it needs to be private. I agree. Without privacy tools, that would be banned by this legislation. Every time you use Bitcoin to pay for a coffee, the barista can use your public key to look up your entire transaction history. Thieves and hackers can do the same. There are tools on popular blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum that can provide user privacy, and they are being used around the world as we speak by citizens of totalitarian. Jeez, get the word out of your damn mouth. By bad regimes. I don't know why I can't say this word. I'm an absolute idiot this morning. Women in Afghanistan living under Taliban rule use these crypto tools to provide for their families in secret. The Warren Marshall crypto bill to end privacy would expose all of these crypto users to surveillance by the Taliban, Russia, and North Korea hackers alike. That ultimately harms national security. When donors sent Bitcoin to Canadian truckers, protesters over vaccine mandates in Canada, blah, blah. Yeah, I get it. Okay, the proposed bill would force crypto wallet providers to adopt regulations similar to those imposed on traditional banks that were used by Canadian authorities against truckers. Marshall's glad to get help from Trump voters in his re-election, but now seems to be doing an about-face on that commitment. Marshall promised to fight against censorship and cancel culture, not giving Warren allies more tools for censorship. It's ironic that even after Marshall gave trucker protest leaders a tour of the United States Capitol, he now supports a tool that has already been used against Canadian trucker protesters and those who try to donate Bitcoin to support them. Ultimately, Marshall's decision to co-sponsor the bill betrays the populist and pro-Trump principles he ran on as a candidate. I'm not surprised. All these fucking people are shady as shit and two-faced. When Marshall was asked to choose between taking a stand against the financial regulatory tools progressives use to cancel anyone they disagree with or standing with Warren on her Trojan horse bill to destroy cryptocurrency, he chose to stand with Warren. Hopefully his Republican colleagues in the Senate will not make the same mistake. Law enforcement tried to refrain that some really bad crimes might occur without the latest surveillance laws should fall flat. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Either way, dude, this bill is absolutely nonsense. But she's getting backers. I don't know. I'm tired of these people. Term limits for everybody. That's all I say. Short term limits. Just nasty people, man. All of them. I don't trust any of them. I really don't. I don't care whether you vote left or right. I don't trust any of these people. But guys, that is all I've got for you today. Let's look at Bitcoin one last time. And we pulled back just a little bit. Still bouncing off of that 28.9 level, which is good. Hopefully it holds. Outside of that, guys, per usual, if you do enjoy the content I provide here on Boring Crypto IO, please by all means subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell for notifications, watch, like, and share the videos on all of your social platforms, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I am out of here.